Hi, welcome to CBug's Records, new arrivals for the week of January 7th. Please subscribe, please pass this along. You might not have seen me for a few days if you stopped by the shop. I was actually stranded in DC for a little while, but I'm back now, and this video is probably coming out a little later than usual. I usually try to make this on Monday or Tuesday, and it's now Thursday evening, so I'm going to try to make it kind of quickly and put it out. Also, for that reason, almost everything is from things I've owned before and just kind of had stored away because I didn't have time to go finding anything, most of it. All right, let's start with Oingo Boingo. Oingo Boingo is crazy these days. Probably because they were kind of popular for a while in the 80s. But then Danny Elfman went on to do all the songs for TV, movies, and all that. So Oingo Boingo is expensive these days. This will be $45. Let's see. Abraxas Antenna. This is with the poster, so probably about $15. We got some Ian Hunter, singer of Mata Hoople, probably about $8. Graham Parker, I don't talk about much. It's a double album, little bit rare, probably about 12. Robin Trower, I don't talk about much. These aren't much, probably about $8. Joe and Jet, I do talk about now and then. Has some wear on the sleeve, but the album's very nice. Probably about $14 for that. A couple 10cc. These have gone up a little. I'm not sure I have any 10cc right now. These will be about $12 each. The Birds, Younger Than Yesterday, probably about 10 to 15. The Drifters, probably about $8 or $9 for this. It's a compilation called Let the Good Times Roll. And I've said before, compilations don't sell great, but look at this. There's some good stuff on this. Definitely an older one. I believe double. Probably have about 12 on that. Taj Mahal. Again, I said before, I love Taj Mahal. That's a double and it's live. Probably about 15. Chuck Berry London Sessions is probably about 9. Def Leppard. On Through the Night. I think I have those at 22. That's about right. Jethro Tull, Living in the Past. It has the booklet. So probably about 13-ish. Cat Stevens, these don't go for much, probably about 7. Joe Cocker, Mad Dogs and Englishmen. This is a classic double, probably about 10. Rolling Stones, Made in the Shade, usually about 15. This is Cool in the Gang. Open Sesame from 76, I believe. So, these go for more than the Cool in the Gang from the 80s. So probably about 13 on that. Country Joe, Incredible Live. Got some issues on the back. See that right there? Probably about $8. Denise Williams, Songbird, be about 9. Ron Wood will be about 9 or 10. Let's see, we got some older stuff. Pearl Bailey, St. Louis Blues, probably about 8 for that. This is a 10-inch. Dixieland Comes to Carnegie Hall. I believe this is 1956. About 10 for that. Ella Fitzgerald, Like Someone in Love, a little more for this. Probably about 12. Harold Gardner, Piano Greats, probably about $8 for that. Okay, now we got a pretty good size stack of, I'll call them lesser known. Some of these aren't too less known. That's a horrible sentence, but you know what I mean. So some of these will go in the lesser known category in the shop. Well, others won't, but here we go. Jerry Jeff Walker, live, but it's not all live. Maybe like one side is live. Probably about $10 for that. This band is called Dirty Angels, Kiss Tomorrow Goodbye. I'm guessing 80s. I don't know. I can see, I think it says 1976. Pretty standard rock. Probably about $8 for that. We have a couple. Ian McLagan, I guess. Probably about $8 for these. Again, it's, you can see a guy with a keyboard. I'm guessing 80s new wave-ish stuff. I listen to, a little bit of each. Again, probably around 8. Same with Willie Nile. This is a little more bluesy, rock bluesy kind of thing. Around 8. The Coon Elder Band, a little more country rockish. About 8. Some of these will have different prices. Hartsfield. Again, kind of a country rock. About 8. Let's make this one a little more. Mama's Pride, Uptown. So this is weird. It says Uptown and a little bit of Issues. But this one does seem to go for a little more pretty standard 70s rock. This is a promo, which doesn't really matter. Say 10. Dr. Feelgood, but not Motley Crue. It's a band called Dr. Feelgood from the 70s. Album's called Malpractice. Pretty standard rock, a little bluesy rock. Probably about 10 for that. Same thing for the Frankie Miller Band. Bluesy rock kind of thing. Let's go back to 8 for that. This is a Nighthawks Live Psychedelia. This is pretty good. Again, kind of bluesy, obviously live. But I did enjoy this one. About 10. This one's interesting. You want to hear some really bad rating? Okay, so it's called Unique. A unique album by a unique artist recorded in a unique way. Ooh. But I do agree with it. It sounds different. I liked it. It was, let me see if I know I had a year. I don't remember it. I don't know. I think late 70s. But, it is different. I did like this one. I'd say about 12 for that. Spartacus Triumvirat. Sure, there's a better way to say this. Again, 70s. Little bit of maybe like an ELO sound type thing. We have a 9 for that. Charlie Good Morning. Same kind of thing. It was a little bit different. About 9 for that. Zephyr. No, Zephyr's not unknown. It's the kind of thing a lot of people have heard of. I like this. I actually like this a lot. This will be about $14. Tommy Bolin, who was in Zephyr, he was the guitarist. Probably about $10 for this. The Skyhooks, Living in the 70s, which is from 1977. So there's no irony or anything. It's just, hey, we're living in the 70s. I think it's going to be around... I thought I just saw something interesting. I did not. This will be around $12. Elmer Hawks, The Incredible Newsboys Slayings. Wow, is this weird? This is almost folk comedy, I guess. I mean, I wasn't listening to it that carefully, but I don't know what to tell you. It's folky, but I think it's supposed to be funny or ironic or something. The Hoodoo Gurus, Stone Age Romeos. This is from the 80s. Definitely has that 80s sound to it. A little bit new wave. Pretty good though. I did like this. That'll be probably around 13. Link Ray, the Link Ray Rumble. Now Link Ray is not, he's known. Maybe not hugely known, but he's known. Excellent guitarist. Probably about 15 for that. This is Dick Wagner, Early Frost. Dick Wagner was the guitarist for Alice Cooper. Probably about $12 for that. This is Sea Level, which is kind of jazz fusion, which is, I always think it's kind of a type of word for jazz stuff that sometimes has lyrics and nobody knows what to call it. So it's jazz fusion. we'll go with that, about $9. And this one is the one that's the most expensive of the, lesser known stuff. Masahiko Tagashi. It's called Twilight. This is Japanese jazz, and it's good. I mean, it's different, but it's good. It's about $30. Let's see, and the last few are stuff I got at a record store. One in Vernon, Records the Good Kind, Ian's place, great place. Check it out if you haven't been there. And these are things I paid up for. I'm going to make a few bucks. We'll start with a little album called Dark Side of the Moon. I was getting low on Pink Floyd. The Pink Floyd stuff I have now is kind of a little more obscure, so definitely needed a Dark Side of the Moon. Not going to make much, but it's nice to have. I'll be at 45 for that. And finally, thank goodness, I got some Talking Heads. We'll start with Blind, which is a 12-inch single. Basically, basically 4 versions of that, and then something called Bill. I haven't listened to this yet, so certainly will. I'll probably have about $12 on it. Talking Heads is just out of control. The last two I'm going to have $32 on. This is Naked. This is 1987, I believe. I don't see anything offhand, but I know it's definitely later. It has one of my favorite songs, which is Nothing But Flowers, which is kind of a reverse of the Joni Mitchell song, Paved Paradise, Put Up a Parking Lot. It's from the point of view of somebody who is in a place that everything's gone. All the buildings are gone, all the 7-Elevens and Pizza Huts, and talk about that, and there's nothing but flowers, and he's kind of complaining about it. And lastly, songs about buildings and food. I believe it's in that order, not food and buildings, buildings and food. Again, $32. I have been out of Talking Heads for at least a month, so it's so good to get some in here. So that's about it. I should mention a couple things. One, we should be open on time tomorrow. If there's a lot of snow, we may push it back till noon, but we'll put something on Facebook. And East Windsor has said that starting tomorrow, we're going back to wearing masks. So everybody has to wear masks. It's not our rule. It's East Windsor's rule. So we will follow. All right. Hope to see you in here. Thank you.